Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new Marvel Legends Fantastic Four Retro Carded Wave Marvels thing. I did spend some time trying to come up with a joke about looking at Marvel's thing, but I decided not to. But I wanted to let you know that I did consider it. Don't be disappointed in me. So this figure is mostly the same as the previous... things we've looked at. There are a few changes, one in articulation and a couple in sculpt and paint and whatnot, but I think this is one that most people are probably going to want, especially since it's on the beautiful retro card, which, by the way, these Fantastic Four figures, the retro ones, may be the best retro ones out of all of them. Deadpool was cool, the Spider-Man ones were cool, these ones are especially spiffy. So, alright, let's go ahead and get this guy off the stand and take a closer look. And the sponsor for today's video is Into the AM. Again, it's the t-shirt people. I love this company and they want to keep doing sponsor spots and I want to keep wearing their clothes, so we're going to keep doing it. They are by far my favorite graphic t-shirt company that I've ever come across. It's the only thing I wear anymore. And the good thing is, by me doing these sponsor spots, you guys get a discount. There's a link in the description. If you click that and buy stuff, you're going to get a discount. Other cool thing about that is their prices at full price, their clothes are totally worth it. Like, hands down, no doubt about it. But you do get the discount. And on top of that, they do have bundle deals. You can get a bundle deal on the graphic tees. You can get a bundle deal on the plain tees. They sell other stuff too, hoodies, joggers, all kinds of different things. Check that out. They do have the subscription service where if you want to save even more money, you can sign up for that. You don't get to pick out your shirts, but you do save money, so that's kind of like a trade-off there. But yeah, these shirts are awesome. I love the way they fit. They're super colorful. They're super fun. There's all kinds of different styles. If you're into like skulls and stuff, they have a bunch of that too. I have a few of those, but I prefer the more like comic anime inspired stuff because I don't like just wearing the same stuff everyone else is wearing. And so I like having something that's a little creative, colorful thing, but not just another Marvel or DC thing. That's why I like these. I love these shirts. I actually do, like, this isn't just a sponsor thing that I have to say. I actually do get compliments on these shirts all the time. Like, it's a thing that happens. So if you're looking for some attention out in the wild, maybe something like this might help you if you're into wearing graphic tees. I don't know. But they are awesome clothes, great materials, great printing, great fit. Everything's awesome about them. I love them. I really do. Wear them all the time. So that's why I'm going to keep doing the sponsor spots. You guys keep telling me you like the clothes too, so I'm happy to keep doing the spots. Everybody wins, right? Okay, so check it out. Link in the description, Into the AM. Plenty of good clothes there. Have fun. If you do get stuff, let me know in the comment section below which ones you're going to order. This guy stands just about 19 centimeters, which makes him pretty close to, yeah, we'll say 7.5 inches, and that seems just about right. Now, we do have to talk about the aesthetic, but first I want to talk about the question of the day. Which suit for the Fantastic Four? I'm gonna stutter so much, so many alliterations in this. Which suit for the Fantastic Four do you find superior? I am always gonna be a fan of the classic, the blue with the white. That's what I like. This one here, this whole batch, this is my favorite look for them. You guys might like the teal, you might like the black, you might like a bunch of various things, but this one's the one for me. Okay, so let's talk aesthetics. First things first, I still don't like the proportioning on this guy too much. I like that he's big and chunky and everything, but can we get a chest, please? A chest and a waist. Why can't we get a chest and a waist? There's no reason we can't do that. This guy has no chest and no shoulders. His arms actually flare out as they go down. His waist is the same size as his chest. It makes him look goofy compared to how cool he would look. And okay, fine, I'll do a Photoshop. You guys seem to like that. I'll do a quick Photoshop. I know he's supposed to have big hands, which is actually a problem because these hands are fine, but his fist hands are still tiny. His fists are smaller than his forearms. And for this guy, I don't know if you noticed, he's supposed to have big, chunky hands, so that's a problem. And then the tiny shoulders and tiny chest, like his belly is bigger than his chest. Throws off the look a lot. Give us a V shape. Okay, so let's talk about the new stuff first. Most of the sculpt is the same. This area right here is new. We have these new trunks rather than the shorts. That's fine. This is a new sculpt. It's also painted, and it's painted darker and glossy orange compared to the rest of the leg. That looks pretty terrible, especially since they didn't apply the shading that's on the rest of the figure. It's just dark orange with no shading, and it is a bit shiny. That looks pretty rough. We do also have some new head sculpts, so this isn't the one that comes on in the package. This one is. Can somebody shed some light? I'm guessing this was intentional, that he has no teeth. on the left side. Is there a version of him where he has no teeth? Just let me know. I'm not going to judge it because I'm guessing that's intentional and that's fine. The one on the right, he does have teeth. Mine isn't quite glued properly, so it looks like his teeth are floating. It's supposed to be like that, but that's okay. He has a super heavy brow, which is acceptable. I'm more of a fan of this look where the brow goes in the middle, so it actually looks like two separate brows rather than a duckbill hanging off his forehead. But hey, this is okay. So speaking of the shading, it does have the same general type of shading that the last release had that made it not good. This one is much more subtle, so it is across the shoulders and chest, a little bit on the arms, a little bit on the feet and legs. It's much more subtle, looks good in the center of the head. So I'll take it, it's fine. I still think the wash on the first one was by far the best look. Or if you're going to do the shading, make the colors blend better and do the wash also. This figure is just crying for a wash. And then the shading is... It's weird that they chose to do like a tan shade on this one. It would look much better orange. I don't know what they're doing, man. The last one was way too like popcorn cheese orange, and now this one is tan. The yellows or the oranges don't match. This one's tannish yellow, this one's reddish orange. This is almost like a burnt sienna, and this is like some kind of beige-ish. Weird. I don't know. It does look good though. I like the trunks. It looks good overall, but those are definitely some issues. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10. Most of the figures reused, so we should be getting at least a little bit of better shading. Or the head sculpts are okay. Yeah, you might like the... Second question of the day. Do you guys like the big triangular brow that hangs down off the forehead like that? I don't, because that looks weird. That looks super weird. I like it when it pinches in at the bridge of the nose, because this basically hides the nose and half his face. Okay. Accessories, we have the 2 open hands that come out in the package, then we have the 2 baby fist hands, and then we already have the 2 heads that I showed you. That's it. 5 out of 10. Nothing special there. The fist hands are they're just way too small, and the heads are okay. Okay, so let's talk about the articulation on this guy. He can look up. That's pretty good. He can look down a little bit. It does rotate, so that's good. That's pretty much standard. Does it have any attitude? Yeah, a little bit. That's pretty good. Shoulder range. Full rotation, goes up all the way, that's nice. No bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. You're getting less than 90 degrees there, that's kind of a bummer. Can't do this pose. I'd like to be able to do that pose, can't do that pose. You do get your bicep swivel out of that, so I guess that's something. Torso articulation on this guy goes back a little bit. Goes forward a decent amount, I'll take that. Goes to the side a whole bunch, I like that. Yeah, that's good. Does it go back farther? Yeah, okay, you can get it a little bit farther back. So yeah, that's pretty good. I remembered it being pretty good. And then you do get rotation there and at the waist, which is okay, but he's so wide that's going to look weird. His waist should be a lot narrower, and his chest should be broader. I can't wait to Photoshop this. It's going to look so much better. Okay, so the hips, like I said, new hips, they're a little bit more gappy there, which doesn't look great. He can bring the leg up almost horizontal. It comes out to the side a little bit. They go back just a touch, going out to the side. It's not pivoted in the right spot, but he gets good enough range. That's fine. You could definitely have full splits if you wanted it, but they didn't. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee for a big guy works really fine. I like that. Too bad the elbows don't have a double joint. Ankles go all the way back. Man, that shading doesn't look good. On this foot, it's only on the big toe and down the side, and it's glossy. Real glossy. It's glossy in some other areas too. Bummer. Alright, let's see how far it goes forward. I like how far it goes forward. That's nice. And you get a good ankle rocker, so articulation's fine on this guy other than the elbows and biceps. That should be better. For him, I'll say 8. It's pretty good. I'll say 8 out of 10 for a big guy like this. Definitely would like to see double jointed elbows. You can have double jointed elbows on a thick character. There's no reason you can't. But this is cheaper and easier, and you can technically have a more seamless sculpt this way, but you have no range, and these are action figures, so... Especially on a guy like this, like seamless sculpt, he looks like rocks. Put the articulation in there. Why not? Okay, so final verdict on this release. It's as good as the last one. I think the first one's still technically the best thing, but since this one is this version of thing, it's fine. I don't think anybody's going to be super disappointed. It just could be a lot better, which is kind of like the running thing now for Marvel Legends. The good ones are fine. and could be a lot better, and the bad ones are terrible. This one's in that first category, so I'll give it an overall rating of 7 out of 10. The shading on it doesn't look good. Not really. It's better than before, but not good. The different colored legs, not good. Things like that. The tiny fists. I mean, come on. He needs fists that look like fists, not little nubbins. He's got nubbins. We don't want that. So, not the best thing ever, but it's a decent enough thing. Marvel's thing is acceptable. It's satisfactory. It'll get the job done. So, there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. I have new videos almost every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So, make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.